Good afternoon, Battersea.
Hey!
Hey! I want to speak about the problems facing our country. I want to talk to you about the effects it's having, and I want to offer you a solution. I love my country, but I hate what it has become. There is appearing in the middle of our land a crack that I beg of you not to ignore. A crack that threatens to take away our safety and our security and that of our children. Let me recite a quote written by a political philosopher called David Selborne. There is no movement, moral or political, of left or right, that is strong enough to purge the British body politic of its foulness. Think about that. There's nothing that can purge this rotten politics. We need a change in Parliament more than we need a change of government. It doesn't matter whether you're right or left or liberal. The system as it stands is not fit for purpose and it has to be reformed. Look at the legal aid situation. Our taxes are paying for the defence of the people that stole from us. To try and use parliamentary privilege, they're trying to even avoid going to court by saying that what goes on in the House of Commons is in some way exempt from a politician's responsibility to us. The lobbying in Parliament, the House of Commons and the House of Lords has brought this nation to its knees. It's the effects of this greed which are so catastrophic. Without trust, a man cannot have a relationship with his wife, a business with its employees, or critically a Parliament with its land. Did you know that the BNP got more votes in the 2009 European election than Hitler did in 1928, 5 years before he came to power? Because fascism can prosper when there's economic instability, weak political leadership, and someone to blame. I'm not talking about the immigration problem. I think that's a massive drain on our society and needs to be sorted out. I'm just simply giving you facts about what happens when a country is unstable, when it needs to be reformed. Think back to when Winston Churchill was Prime Minister. In 1934, he said, Germany is rearming, and everyone called him a nut job. Think about that. And when Clement Attlee came in and espoused socialism, we had the glory of the NHS. In those days, if you were Tory, you knew what you were backing. If you were Labour, you knew what you were backing. Now, we don't know who to trust. I want to offer you a vision of liberty and hope is the handling of despair. William Wilberforce lived just less than a mile away from here, and he abolished the slave trade. He fought for 20 years, and that's what I'm asking you to do, to elect me as your independent MP, so I can represent you and present a private member's bill that bans ministers and peers from making money, from cozying up to big business, from using regulation, legislation, or the awarding of contracts, and making our country so unstable. I'm going to talk to you about, on a final note, about G.K. Chesterton, who lived in this very area, who loved Battersea so much he was depressed that he was not here when it got flooded, because he wanted to be here with the people. And he said, we are the people of England, and we have not spoken yet.
Yeah.